up, everybody? What is good? Welcome to the Damn Dude podcast.
Damn, dude.
What up, you guys? This is season 2, episode 70 motherfucking 3. What's happening? I'm your host, California Cal, and my pronouns today are soggy and moist. And if you do not address me as soggy and or moist, then you, my friend, are a bigot and are doing hate crimes against me. The soggy and moist community does not stand for bullshit, does not stand for intolerance, and does not stand for logic or your bullshit facts. Because in this pronoun community, we are pissed just to be pissed. We are angry because we didn't get enough hugs when we were children, we weren't paid enough attention to, and we refuse to recognize that. We are going to be in complete denial because we are soggy and we are moist. So leave us alone or get fucked, you bigot piece of shit. So, as a soggy or a moist, I don't know how to keep talking like that.
Damn, dude.
Yo, anybody else to identify as soggy and moist? You know, if not, then you're behind and you're also a bigot and you're racist. And what else? You're a narcissist if you don't choose to identify me as soggy and moist today. Because if you listen to another episode, I will identify differently, you bigot piece of shit. So, no, so, yo, where do these people exist? Like, I've yet to meet any of them. Like, I know trans people and they don't do this whole thing. I know gay people and they don't do this whole thing. Like, who are these people? Where are they hiding? Like, I want to find out, but I also don't want to find out because, like, I don't want to run into these people in life, but at the same time, like, it would just be hilarious. So, I don't know. At the same time, if that's your thing, like, I want to say cool, but, like, not really. I'm not here to judge, but you know what? There's some shit that's just stupid. And, like, you know, I think back to, like, old-fashioned things. Like, back in the day, I don't know if you guys did this in other states or towns or counties, like, you kind of had to be in, like, a cooler sort of place where, like, so back, let me just say this. So in the early thousands, there was this thing where it kind of existed. It kind of started with, like, the skater kids and kind of turned into, like, a little, like, gangster kid thing, but it was kind of like both, but one or the other. It was weird. There was, like, this mix where a bunch of gangsters were, like, skaters and stuff. It was a very interesting time. It was really cool. But there was this time where we would cut the tongues out of other shoes and stuff them into our shoes, and in turn make our shoe this huge puffy looking fucking shoe. And it was like skate shoes in the early thousands were, like, huge and puffy as fuck. Like, it looked like you had, like, marshmallows on your feet. And then we would stuff these tongues in, and I did this too. And it would just prop the tongue of your shoe up, and it just made it look like this big puffy shoe, and for whatever reason, we fucking thought it looked cool. And that was fucking stupid. You know what I mean? It was like, it made it harder to walk, it made it harder to skate, it made it harder to fucking get dressed every morning, it made it harder to take your shoes on and off. It made everything worse. But we thought it fucking looked cool or felt cool or something. I don't even know. But I participated in that, and I can safely say that was pretty fucking dumb. And I can pretty safely say that about these whole pronoun things, and it's just fucking ridiculous. But I really didn't plan on getting this far into pronouns and shit. My professional nouns. So as you guys know, this show, we go in, we keep it real as fuck. It's all about authenticity and keeping it real and having the conversations that need to be had in a way that'll make you think and say, damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
And ultimately, I realize I didn't even fucking introduce the show, but for those of you who are new, This show is here to help educate, entertain, and make an impact on the different perspectives and contexts we have in life, because I truly believe that the more access we have to different contexts and perspectives, the easier and doper life is. You know what I'm saying? It's easier to navigate when you understand more shit. When you understand another side, it's easier to fucking get it. So that's why I'm thinking, like, with these pronoun people, I'm not like mad at them. I'm more just like, this is fucking stupid. The same way stuffing other tongues of shoes into your shoe is kind of stupid. You know what I mean? It's like, it just doesn't make sense. And what doesn't make sense doesn't make sense. 1 + 1 = 2. And you can sit there and argue that, well, one time when I was a kid, I typed in 1 + 1 into the calculator and it equaled 7. Like, show me again. And it's like, well, no, that's just what happened. It's like, bro, no. You know what I mean? Like, so it's kind of interesting. So I was learning some new shit, which is about how our emotions, and as people, we have an emotional home. And it's basically like the house that all of our emotions live in. And apparently, as human beings, we all experience about, 5 or 6 or 6 or 7 different emotions every day and continuously, kind of on a loop and that repeat. And it's like our default will always go back to find these emotions. And it's so trippy because, how do I want to say this? Like, our emotions can be trained and replaced with other emotions. Now, we can't necessarily get rid of the emotions. You wouldn't want to. But the thing is our emotions can be trained and replaced with different emotions. So if you feel anger, if you're somebody who gets angry all the time, you can turn that into, you can transform or replace that, I should say, not transform, but you replace it with compassion or understanding. Because it's like, I'm thinking about this and it's like, what's the opposite of that emotion, but still deals in the same realm, in the same world? And it's like anger to compassion. That's a pretty fucking solid replacement. Like, imagine if every time you felt angry, you just actually started feeling compassion. But the thing is, it's going to take work to replace these items in our home. The same way that, like, your home has its items in it, if you're lucky enough to have a home, where your sofa doesn't just magically fucking appear. Like, whether you paid movers or not, like, somebody had to physically do the work. And this is the thing with our emotions. You can't pay anybody else to replace them for you. You got to do the work. So it's the same thing as, like, all right, if I want a different sofa in my house, I got to do the work to go fucking get this one out and bring a new one in. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like you got to do the work in order to have your home be a little different. It's like, if you want to rearrange your house, you're going to have to fucking do the work to do so. It's not just going to magically shoomp. And even if you have the money to pay somebody to do it, you still have to take the time to have the conversation, to hire somebody, to have the vision and to execute it. And your time is still invested and all that, right? So there's still some sort of labor or work that goes into it. Now, I'm thinking, it's like, dude, if this is just crazy to me, if people can swap out, oh yeah, like, my name, I'm a boy, I'm a man, I'm a girl, I'm a woman, for I'm soggy and moist, or I'm a fucking turtle dove. Like, if we can replace your entire fucking existence that's real as fuck with some bullshit, then why can we not replace our emotions, which they are existent, but they're not as, like, prevalent and real as, like, your whole fucking gender, having a dick or a fucking vagina. The old vagina. No, so. Oh, okay. Let's get back here. So. Okay, no, but really, we can replace and swap our emotions for better, not even better, because there's nothing wrong with any of our emotions, but more helpful and productive emotions. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, this is something that I've been practicing. It's like, I feel I'm not really like an angry person. I'm more like, if somebody, trying to think what like really sets me off is like I'm like immediately I have to think of like old, like past relationships, because with my friends and family and whoever else, like I don't get into these things. But in my last relationship, I was able to get fucking fired up to the point where I'm like yelling and I'm fully fucking pissed. And it's like, there's no other place or person or thing that can have me act like that. But it's like, if that happened, what was that? So I look at it and it's like, ultimately, I felt like I was going above and beyond to be understanding, helpful, and to be understanding and helpful. And then I'm kind of met back with criticism and what I interpret as disrespect. And it's like, I'm sitting here doing good and coming from a pure place, and you're accusing me and cutting me down because you assume something else. So it's like, I feel like when it's kind of like an injustice or invalidation, and that would piss me off. It would just set me off. And it was like, I don't know. I'm trying to like analyze this, and I think it was just like this overall feeling of like I was disrespected, or I was not even I was disrespected, but it's like my kindness was shit on. That's what it was. It was like me being kind ended up getting completely shit on, and then in turn I'm doing the opposite of being kind. And it's like, okay, well, I feel like it's understandable to a certain degree, but at the same time, I should have more grown man control over myself to not have to get to that point, or not even allow myself to get to that point. I should remove myself from the situation. I should check in and tap into my emotional home and not need to go there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at it and it's like, okay, how can I replace that whole thing? Because like I said, it's like it's not... I'm trying to think. It's like, is this some deep-rooted thing in me that's going to fucking come up? And I'm like, I don't think so. I think it just was in the face of what I deemed as extreme disrespect, or like an extreme lack of gratitude or acknowledgement. That was what it was to me. Now, it's like all of our emotions have a purpose. You know what I mean? They all exist for a very real reason. They're not just like there and it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like half the time it doesn't matter, but half the time it really does. Now, I think there's a something that's important to say or mention, which is our feelings and our emotions are not the same. Because like people will be like, man, fuck how you feel, just go. And yes, absolutely. And at the same time, like, our feelings are just thoughts about our emotions, because our emotions are real and that's what comes up. And there's science that backs this. I realize I could explain this a little better, but or I could bring more facts, but this is my interpretation of what that understanding is, you know? So it's like our feelings are our thoughts about our emotions, because our emotions happen somewhat naturally. And I say somewhat naturally because we have the ability to swap and replace them. So it's like there's a certain point of like not taking responsibility for yourself, and then a certain point of it's just going to come up no matter what. Now, this is what I'm learning, is that we can swap these emotions. So it's like, let's say I swapped anger for compassion. It's like, that's kind of game changing. You know what I mean? So it's like, yes, it's going to take work, and yes, it's going to take effort, but it's like at the same time, how I feel about being angry is that that's not a good feeling. So I should move on to the root of it, which is the emotion. And how I feel about it is always different, because if I truly believe that I should use compassion rather than anger, in the moment, I feel that's a good thing. But while if I'm in the heat of it and I lose my cool, then that's like how I feel about it is, man, fuck compassion, I'm fucking pissed. And that's just how I feel about the emotion. That's not necessarily the emotion itself. So this is really, I guess what I'm pointing at is like to taking deeper and further responsibility for how we feel and our emotions and how we conduct ourselves, because how we interpret and feel and express our emotions is who we are. Like, that's who the fuck we are. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's who we are in real life, I should say. So if who we are in real life is the expression and understanding of our emotions, why would we not want to get a good fucking grasp on them so we don't have to identify as a fucking ShamWow cloth or a fucking Soggy moist or a fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like we can have control and take ownership of ourselves in our real life and how we occur to other people. So it's like our emotions completely serve a purpose. They're not for no reason. And essentially, it's like they are all cues and triggers and responses to our fight or flight system. And if, like, my thing is I love to boil down different things and understandings to the smallest degree, to the smallest fraction. So that way it's like I can actually understand it. And I believe that, like the Albert Einstein quote, I butcher it, but it's essentially, if you cannot understand something, if you cannot explain something to a child, if you cannot explain a complex idea in a way that makes sense to a child, like a fucking 4-year-old kid, then you don't actually get it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you were to try and explain, if you're a scientist and you're trying to explain like how atoms work and physics and all this, and you are explaining to a kid, well, the protons in the nucleus, and like, you don't actually get it. If you were to really go and explain it and say, look, this is what, I don't know, I'm not a scientist, I never even thought of this, but it's like, if you were to be able to explain, look, this is what exists inside your body and basically is your energy of life. You know, it's like a kid can understand that. It's like, yo, it's just the energy in you that makes you living. And this is what we call them, right? It's like, that's basically, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a big difference between explaining to a child, oh, the protons in the nucleus, and versus being like, oh, this is what keeps you alive. You know, it's like this greater understanding of the complex idea of what an atom is or what it means to be alive or whatever, right? So our emotions being based on our fight or flight response, that kind of dictates what we do and how we act in public, in new situations, in new scenarios, because that fight or flight is what keeps us alive at the core of us as human beings. Because back in the day, you had to worry about fucking animals killing you, about other fucking tribes killing you. It was more so animals was like the greatest threat. And I mean, I guess depending what part of history you pick, but I'm going to say overall, in the grand scheme of being a human, in all of our history that we've ever existed, our fight or flight is like the oldest mechanism inside of us. And then our emotions, we learn new emotions as time goes on. Like, for example, when I was a kid, there was kind of no such thing as anxiety. You know what I mean? It was like, oh, I feel nervous. And then it's like, okay, oh, it's okay, man. I got butterflies in my stomach. Like, people don't say those things anymore. They just go, I have anxiety. And they stop acting and they don't take action and they don't do whatever the fuck it is. Now it's like anxiety is kind of like a newer emotion. If we were to boil that down, it'd be like, I feel anxious. I feel anxiety. Why? And I believe that anxiety is more so a feeling about an emotion rather than a real core emotion, because anxiety is not the same. It's not on the same level as anger, as sadness, as compassion, as understanding. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not the same level. I think that's more of a feeling about an emotion. And we kind of inherited this idea and put it in place of another emotion. So rather than being like, I either need to fight or I need to fucking dip, you know, or fight or flight, we're going to be like, oh no, I feel anxious. I feel anxiety. And there's no real threat to life other than yourself taking the action or not.
Damn, dude.
You see what I'm saying? So that's kind of like the biggest threat that we have in modern times is our self taking or not taking the action. So this is why I believe, and I do my best to live this way, is to do whatever the fuck scares the fuck out of me. Like whatever is scary to me, that's what I'm going to do. And I believe that that's the fucking path to not overriding, but bypassing, overcoming, pushing through, working through any feelings of anxiety. And I believe that anxiety is just any anxiety and fear is just a call to action.
Damn, dude.
Anxiety and fear is a call to action. It's like, you need to do this. Hello, hello, hello. It's like your internal like alarm going off, being like, hey, bro, dude, lady, girl, woman, chick, hey, you, homie, person, she, shim, him, soggy, moist, frog, sham, wow, whatever the fuck, tortuga, de ninja, whatever it is, it's like just trying to wake you up and tell you, hey, you are living a shitty life. You need to get the fuck out of here. And I could relate to this with working a job I didn't hate, working a job I didn't like. I started having panic attacks in there, literally to the point where I would be standing at the cash register and I would just start fucking sweating and shaking and turning red, and people and like kids would be commenting on me and asking their moms like, Mom, why is that guy so sweaty and blah, blah. And I would run away from the middle of transactions. I'd be like, I need to go to the bathroom. And I would just go there and like wet a paper towel and just wipe my head for like fucking 10 minutes and like just leave the customer hanging out there. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm freaking the fuck out. You know, it got to the point, if you listen to the old episodes, you know that like at my last job that I had like that, I fucking dipped. They called a mandatory meeting and I fucking freaked out. I couldn't be in that room. I couldn't do any of it. I just fucking walked outside and I was like, I can't do this. And I look back and I analyze it, and I was having these panic attacks for maybe about a year. And I'm like, what is it? I fucking started meditating. I started practicing self-love. I started practicing, like loving myself, like showing myself compassion and grace and all this. And it wasn't doing anything. I tried switching up my diets. I tried smoking more weed. I tried smoking less weed. I tried fucking everything I could possibly think of. And I'm just getting worse and worse and worse. And it's only getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? It got to the point where I couldn't even hang out with my friends without fucking panicking. We'd be sitting to go fucking roll a blunt and smoke, and I'd be like, and like fucking freaking the fuck out. And I'm like, what is this? I could not fucking figure it out. But what I learned was, now in hindsight, looking back, it's like, dude, you were at a job you did not like for way too fucking long, and my fight or flight response was triggered so much so that it was like, dude, you need to fucking take flight. You need to get out of here. You need to get out of here. You need to get out of here. You need to fight for yourself. You need to fight for yourself. You need to get the fuck out of here. It's like both of the alarms are going off, and I'm just going, like, whatever. Like, I just need to do my job. I just need to go to work. And like every bell and whistle and alarm in me is like, like everything's going off inside of me. I'm fucking sweating. I'm shaking everywhere. I have to bring multiple shirts to work because I sweat through them all. It was the worst. It was an absolutely terrible experience. And looking back, if I boil it down, all my anxiety was my fight or flight response telling me, bro, get the fuck out of here. Fight for yourself. Stand up for yourself. Fucking dip. Get out of here. And when I fucking left that job, all the shit just kind of stopped. It was like slowly, but surely though. You know what I'm saying? It fucking started happening. The panic attacks started dissolving. I started having a better relationship with myself and my friends, and I could fucking hang out with people again. But at the same time, I was still so scared by that it would prevent me from going places and talking to people and doing things, because I was like, I don't want to have a panic attack in front of these people. Because for years I hadn't pinpointed what it was. So it's not just till now, like fucking 13 years later, that I'm like, oh, that's what it was. It was me ignoring my fight or flight response inside myself and staying in a situation that I hate. So now it's not that I got a fucking tiger chasing me and I need to take flight or fight. It's now that I have this job haunting me and chasing me, and I either need to fucking fight or take flight. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, dude. Damn, dude.
Yo, that's fucking hard. Yo, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Damn, dude. Damn, dude.
Welcome back, everybody. Yo, I need to do more farmer licking, finger dicking, finger fucking, finger checking Fred bits, but it's kind of on a roll, and I got to get going here pretty soon because I got motherfucking work to do. And I realize I'm kind of an asshole. This month, at the beginning of the month, is my grandma who passed away's birthday. Grandma Taylor, rest in peace. My dad's birthday, my little sister's birthday, rest in peace, Winky. And then in the next couple days, my mom's birthday too. And I fucking missed my dad's birthday by a day. I was off the whole, it was like I think I'm aware of my dad's birthday, but it was more like I didn't know what fucking date it was in real time. So I fucking missed it. And I was like, fuck, dude, I feel like a dick. So happy birthday to my dad, my sister, my grandma, and then even my mom in advance. Yeah, so I dropped the ball on that one, but it's all good. I'm gonna try and meet with my brother and my dad and go take them out to eat and all that stuff. But anyways, I feel like in modern times it's confusing as fuck as how to navigate our fight or flight response or emotion. I don't even think it's an emotion. I just think it's an internal trigger. It's like our internal thing that keeps us alive. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like, I don't know, dude. Thinking about how our emotions equal our quality of life, because you can have all the nicest cars, you can have the nicest house, you can have the nicest whatever, you can have the baddest woman, you can have the baddest dude, you can have whatever it is that you think makes you feel so fucking badass. But if your emotional home is not good, then you can't even appreciate any of that. And that kind of ties into like the whole thing, like Gary Vee talks about like, yeah, I'd rather be happy in my Toyota than crying in my Ferrari. Now, you can break that down and chop it up and come up with different clever responses and whatever. But that's not the point. The point is the point. Clearly, right? It's almost like in this day and age, you have to say that, though. Yo, the point is the point, not your bullshit thing you just made up. That's not the point. The point is the point. No, but the point of that is like, dude, it's not the items that's going to make you happy. Yes, they can add to your happiness. If you're through and through a happy person with or without a Ferrari, and you get a Ferrari, you're going to be pretty fucking stoked, like authentically. But if you're already miserable and your thoughts and your emotions are miserable and you get a Ferrari, what do you think your thoughts about the Ferrari are going to be? Oh, it's got too many miles. I got to get fucking this or that. It's too expensive. It's going to cost this much. It's too dangerous to drive. It's going to get stolen. It's going to get robbed. It's going to get all this shit, right? It's too much attention. So it's like, it's our emotional home that really fucking matters when it comes to success and all these things. So it's like, if we don't, I keep saying you versus we, but I realize I need to say we because this includes me. And I also am not a fan when people are like, you need to blah, 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 you blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, take ownership for yourself. So I should say it's beneficial for us to have a good grasp on our emotions and to be able to appreciate what you have, because once you're at that place, then we can expand and grow more and accomplish more and get more and have positive thoughts about the things. Have positive emotions about the things that we got. Because a lot of times when you get new shit, it's just more of a fucking stress to worry about. And I think about this, like with my truck, it's like got these fucking fat ass, it's got 35s on it, 35-inch mud tires. Now, those fuckers are not cheap to replace, and they wear out quickly. and the car is fucking all-wheel drive, so it's like extra abuse on the tires and everything, right? But the thing is like, I can get that and I can worry the fuck about it. I can worry the fuck about it, or I can appreciate it for what it is and where it takes me for now. Because at some point those tires are going to get bald, but where's my focus on? You know what I'm saying? My focus doesn't have to be on, oh my God, they're wearing out, which sometimes I catch myself in. And then other times I'm like, fuck yeah, like this is dope as fuck. Look how badass this thing looks. And drives and handles, and you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's an example of, dude, like, it's not the items. It's like, they're either going to cause you more stress or fucking more relief. And I'm finding that my car, my truck, sometimes it adds stress. Yes, it guzzles gas and the tires are going to be expensive to replace. And that's okay. That's not my focus. My focus is on appreciating it. Yo, I got this huge lifted truck. It seats a whole bunch of people. It can fucking run over anything. It can climb up fucking anything. It's got fucking air conditioning. It's got fucking power locks. It's got a dope radio. The Bluetooth connects every single time without me having to fucking fuck with it and monkey with it. There's a lot of pluses, and I'm like, this is cool, man. It's like one of the first times well, not the first time, but I've owned like an automatic truck or car or two here or there, but it's like, I'm used to driving stick. So it's kind of a cool relief to have an automatic car, you know, in a way. I don't miss driving stick because I still have the option, but you see what I'm saying? It's like, dude, I can appreciate it or focus on the worrisome shit about it. And if your emotional home isn't intact, you're going to put worry and bullshit and stress into all your nice things. Now, when we do that, that's a recipe for disaster, and that turns into more money, more problems. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I so get that now. It's like, even though I don't have more money right now, I get why and how that happens and how that's a thing. It's like, there was a time where I had, I either had 5 or 7 vehicles. Okay. So I had like, let me think about this real quick. I had the Dodge, the Chevy, the Lexus. I had 2 other cars too. What were they? Fuck, I can't remember all the time. But anyways, so maybe I didn't have as much. I don't know. So it was one point, let's just say I had 3 cars. I had 2 street bikes. I had my Honda XR400 Supermoto, and I had my Dodge, my Lexus, my Chevy, my Honda Supermoto, my Kawasaki Ninja, my dirt bike, or I'm sorry, my sport bike, and then I had 2 dirt bikes. So that's like 6 vehicles. I think I even had something else in the mix too. So I remember 7 being the number. But anyways, I had 6 or 7 vehicles, and it was a fucking nightmare, dude. Like, yes, it was cool to wake up and have options, but at the same time, it was kind of a nightmare. It's like, oh shit, I gotta go and start the Lexus. Oh shit, I gotta go and start the Chevy. Oh shit, I gotta go and start my Dodge. Oh shit, I gotta go and start the Honda. Oh shit, I gotta go and start the Kawasaki. Oh, I gotta go and start the Yamaha, whatever, right? Like, it's like, fuck, this is a lot. You gotta make sure the gas doesn't go bad. You gotta make sure you fucking change your parking spots and all this. And it's like, I had damn near 6, 7 vehicles. I lived with a beach view, a block from the beach. And it was fucking stressful. Like, it was dope and it had its fucking cool ass parts to it. But I'll tell you, it was also stressful because it was just a lot of work. And I didn't have enough room in my garage to where I could fit all the cars. So there had to be 2 cars that stayed outside at all times, plus my ex's car too. So we had to have 3 vehicles parked outside. And in Imperial Beach and most of our beach communities, you can't stay parked in the same place for the entire week. You have to like move your car for street sweeping and different shit like that. So it was like, oh fuck, it's Tuesday night or whatever the time was, you know, like, oh, I gotta go move this car over here, over here, over here. And sometimes because there's so many people, like, I'd have to fucking park like 4 blocks away and ride my skateboard back home and then be like, Oh yeah, I forgot I have this other car. Oh yeah, I forgot I need to go fucking move it again. And it was just a pain in the fucking ass, dude. So this is why I'm saying it's like, it's not the stuff that makes us happy. Sometimes more stuff equals more fucking stress. So, and then when it comes time, for anybody who's owned multiple vehicles, even if it's just two, or even if it's just one, and it's time to fucking change oil and change tires in all of them, rotate tires, whatever, it's time to fucking pay registration on all of them. It's time to fucking like get, like, none of them have gas. Oh, I'll take my other car, it's got gas. That one doesn't have gas, and the next one needs gas. And the next thing you know, you're $500 deep in gas bills, even when gas was cheap, excuse me, because you just have so fucking many of them. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of a pain in the ass in that sense. So what I'm getting back to is that having all this stuff, it's like, if you're, okay, let me say it. If our emotional intelligence, if our emotions are not intact and they're not healthy, earning more success is only going to be way more stressful and not beneficial to us.
Damn, dude.
So succeeding without inner peace, I think, is something that's like a recipe for disaster. And this is why they say the majority of millionaires are fucking depressed as fuck. And it's because they thought, oh, once I achieve this, then I'll be happy. But it's like, no, you need to be happy, because so then when you achieve it, you can appreciate it. You can feel good about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like kind of walking back to our emotions a little bit, and how we can our emotional home, we can change which emotions live and exist in our home. It's going to take work. Yes. You're going to have to think about it. You're going to have to practice. You're going to have to meditate on it. You're going to have to consciously catch yourself when you get triggered and be like, oh shit, okay, hold on. Let me reset this. Now, this is the thing is, even negative emotions, as people would say, or emotions that don't feel good, they all have a place and they all have a purpose. They need to exist. Because it's like, any painful emotions allows us to see both sides of a situation. And you know how I kind of described earlier, like, I forget the exact example I used, so let's just fucking pull up a new one. Like, okay, let's say you break up with your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, your wife, right? You split, you divorce, however you want to say it. Let me do this one for you guys. If you break up with Sham or Wow, or you break up with Tortuga or De Ninja, or you break up with Soggy or Moist, or them or he or it, at first it's like, fuck, you know, you're heartbroken, this and that. And then at the same time, you break up and time goes by and you're like, man, I'm so glad I'm out of that relationship. I didn't even realize I was in the fucking dark. Right? Like, both of those, it allows us to see both sides. And it's like, yes, that person you loved, you're now like, oh, it hurts. But then at the same time, you're like, oh, I'm fucking glad I'm out of that shit. I didn't realize how torturous that was until I fucking stepped out of it. Right? Like, even if it wasn't torturous, it's like, I didn't realize how much better I am now without that person or separating myself. And it's like, because you experience both ranges of the emotions about that situation, you now have perspective. And then at the end of it, it's like, if you understand you had love and you understand, fuck, I needed to get out of there, it's good for me, you now see both sides of the coin, even though there's three sides to a coin. That's, I guess, this is semantics, but you see the other side of the coin, and now you have much better perspective, and you don't have to be mad. Because what happens when you like, let's say our life and our emotions represent one, like a coin, and we look at one side of the coin and it appears as this way, and we look at the other side of the coin and it appears as that way. Now, once we understand both sides of the coin, we can see the coin as just a coin, and it doesn't have to be this way or that way. It's now a coin, and you understand it has this and that.
Damn, dude.
It has both sides. You know what I'm saying? So when you can see the coin for what it is, it's no longer right or wrong or good or bad, and there's no anxiety around it. So let's call the coin your ex-girlfriend, your ex-boyfriend, your ex-husband, your ex-wife, whatever, your ex-business partner, your ex-whatever. That, being able to see them just as the human being they are and not put any blame or fault or like, oh, they're a dick. If you look at somebody and you say like they're a fucking asshole, they're a dick, and you don't acknowledge any of the other sides of them, then yes, they're going to appear that way and they're going to stay appearing that way, rather than being like, okay, like it didn't work between us, but I understand why other people enjoy this person or whatever, right? And you see the good qualities and the bad qualities. And in turn, you kind of have an answer that just fucking makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So our painful emotions, they're good. They're supposed to happen. But I would recommend replacing them with better ones. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times, if pain is one of your one of the emotions that lives inside your home, wouldn't it be wise to replace pain with understanding? You know what I mean? It's like, and that comes with understanding yourself, showing yourself love and grace as well, because a lot of times we just try and put it outwards. It's like, oh, I have compassion, I have understanding for other people and their situations and blah, blah, blah. But it's like, what about yourself? And that's how we end up getting kind of walked on, so to say, is like, we don't acknowledge and own our own. We don't acknowledge and show our self-compassion and understanding and love. We're more hard on ourselves. And then it's like, and then we look at the external forces outside of it, and it's like, shit's way harder to navigate when that's the perspective. But it's like, if you understand, you have compassion for yourself, even though you feel sad, even though you feel wronged, even though you feel victimized, any of that, dude, like, there's room to grow and there's room to fucking thrive and change perspective. And that's the thing, is a lot of times, like, with how big of a thing anxiety is now, it's sad. And it's like, so many of us we live in our phone, and it's just this whole thing of false fucking realities and lack of context and very one-sided. So it's like, it's like when you look at the internet and you look at how people comment on things, it's like, people are either like, oh my God, this is the best ever, or they're like, fuck you, you fucking idiot, blah, blah, blah. It's like, there's very rarely in between. You know what I mean? Like, where's the middle ground? A lot of times the shit that we see or read is like one extreme or the other. And you're like, damn, everybody's either racist or everybody's just fucking like, is like completely out of touch with reality, and they're making up fucking pronouns and all this shit. And it's like, in real life, it's not that extreme. Like, you go talk to people at the grocery store, the park, or the fucking your neighbors, you go walk around public, whatever. Like, people don't actually live in this crazy fucking world. Now, I'm not saying that this is true everywhere, but like, in general, most people don't live in this crazy fantasy land. Most people aren't extremely racist. Most people aren't extremely fucking delusional about what a man or a woman is. Like, all this shit is just online that's amplified. You know what I'm saying? So it's easy to accumulate anxiety when it's like, oh my God, all these racist people, all these fucking delusional people, like, am I the only sane motherfucker? And you're like, no, this is just internet shit. It's not real fucking life. And I want to say it was Andy Frisella who was talking about it in some of his podcasts lately, where he's talking about like, dude, like, I kind of just lost my point. What was I saying? Oh yeah, how like, dude, like, people are craving real life interactions again. Like, they're craving going to the store again. They're craving real life shit that doesn't have anything to do with the internet. And I fully agree with that. And I see that for myself and in my own world too, which is like, dude, a lot of people are craving that real life interaction. And I'm experiencing that in my work, where it's like, people are happy to show up. Like, you can't do my work or my job or my teachings or use my business without seeing me in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like, real life shit has to happen and occur in order for me to work with you, or you to work with me, or whatever, right? So, and I see the vibe that I create at my work. It's fucking fun. It's loving. People enjoy it. It's a great time. You know what I mean? And it's like, you come there and you feel good and you laugh and you get to be proud of your kids and you get to see kids doing amazing things. And it's like the energy that I've generated in my work and my business is like, you come and you have fun, you have some fucking deep conversations, we fucking share and experience love, and we just fucking be dope together. You know what I'm saying? It's like, we're not here for any of this weird shit. We can talk about whatever, but dude, when you come see me, it's not on some weird shit. You come see me and you have a real human experience. You have a real fucking, real life fucking interaction. You know what I'm saying? You get to see me caring for your kids. You get to see me teaching your kids some really fucking cool shit. And you get to be really fucking proud of them. And it's like, how cool is that? You know what I mean? And then the parents talk. They're saying good things. People who observe, who are watching, are saying good things. It's like, it's almost not even real to me. And I almost can't accept the compliments that people give me on my work. Like, I don't ever talk about it. I don't even really think about it. But it's like, the things that people say to me in real life, holy shit, dude. It's like, it's crazier than any fucking review you can read about me or anything that whatever. It's like, wow, this is cool. This is a big deal. It's very fucking real. And it's meant to be experienced in real life in real time. So that's why it's like, never going to brag about it or this or that, or probably never even share it. It's like, it's for me. You know what I mean? In real life, from that person to me, how they fucking interacted, what came to their mind immediately in that moment, what their emotions were about, what their feelings about their emotions were about what they observed in the moment. It's real. It's authentic. It's as authentic as can be. So it's like, we are kind of moving back to real life shit becoming cool again. Like, look how many people are going to baseball games. I've never seen so many motherfuckers go to baseball games. And it's like, I'm like, why did everybody start caring about baseball? And it's like, oh, it's not that everybody just magically started caring about baseball. It's more so that people started caring about camaraderie and the feeling of having each other there. Like, I'm annoyed as fuck seeing all the baseball posts online, to be completely honest. Like, I cannot stand it. And at the same time, I do enjoy seeing you guys happy, and people who listen to the show and go to baseball games. I do enjoy seeing you guys have a great time and seeing you yell and cheer and fucking fist bump and hug and, like, you know, at the same time seeing people get into fights and all this. It's like old school shit where it's like, yo, human interactions. Humans, we're supposed to get along. We're supposed to laugh. We're supposed to disagree. We're supposed to fight. These are all real things. You know what I'm saying? So the more we get back to reality, the doper life is going to be. And the more we interact with each other, the less anxiety we'll have. The more that we can train and refurnish our emotional home, the happier and funner we get to experience life and everything that it has to offer. We get to enjoy our Toyota more. We get to enjoy our Ferrari more. You get to enjoy your house more. You know what I'm saying? You get to enjoy your partner more. You get to enjoy your friends more. Like, we get to experience much more joy with all of our things that we love when our emotional home is a happy place and it's filled with healthy things. You know what I'm saying? It's not filled with mold and trash and blah, blah, blah. Right? It's not filled with clutter. It's neat. It's organized. It's clean. It's good. You know what I mean? So, again, I think something that's important just to say and recap here one more time is that anxiety and fear is really just a call to action. Anxiety and fear is just a call to action. Get the fuck out of what you're doing, or start doing what it is the fuck you know you need and want to do. It's a call to action. Appreciate you guys. 38. Sun, touch your face. Nothing last one's PS2. And it's gonna be me and you.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
I appreciate you guys. Be sure to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell your best friends, cousins, uncles, brothers. Why do I always go pig farming? I don't know what it is about me. At the end of the show, your uncles, best friends, cousins, pig farming, veterinarians, chicken clucker, chicken choking, dick and stroking, Santa Claus impersonators, best friend about the Damn Dude podcast. Be sure you tell them specifically. If you want some free Damn Dude merch, holla at your boys. Send me a DM. Leave us a 5-star written review on Apple iTunes. All that cool shit. But send me a DM at Real California Cow. For those of you who I already told you I would be sending shit out, I am lagging a little bit, but I promise I've got the shit together and I'm working on it. And all little moments in between work, I'm getting you guys stuff sent out because I had to fucking go by envelopes and stamps and fucking write personal notes and all the shit. So I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Remember, anxiety and fear is really just a call to action. So take action on that action. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I how do you say it? I am I am a soggy, moist. So address me as that. Otherwise, you are a racist bigot who hates fucking people and items and animals and things that are soggy and moist. And
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
I love you guys. Have a beautiful day. Much love. Peace.